Well, this is awesome. I suppose that you could play it and we could just sit here and talk.
Fair enough.
We don't have to necessarily have to play together.
Chase said you treated the wrong channel name.
Did I?
Don't even know.
And I accidentally started a game. Awesome. We're sorry, we're having technical difficulties. Suppose we should have tried to set up a game before we got going.
Now we're heading into the action. Well, I'm heading into the action. You guys can't tell I'm heading into the action.
I can tell that you're heading into the action. In any case, why don't we get started? Hi, I'm Kat Bailey, and joining me is Mike Williams, and we're sitting here and we're playing some Broforce, which is the game by Free Lives Games that was created from South Africa and published by Devolver Digital. It's currently available on Early Access, and we were going to play an online game together, but unfortunately it doesn't look like that's going to happen because we're having some issues, which is not surprising given that this game is in an alpha. But I am watching Mike play his stream from my iPad, so I guess we'll be able to make do. So, Mike, what's your experience with action games in general? Like, did you play a lot of Contra growing up?
I played some Contra, a bit of Gunstar Heroes, and I just beat up Satan.
Dude, do you have a katana?
Yeah, I was Blade. So I started as Mr. T, then I was Blade, and then I think I ended up as Snake Plissken. I'm sorry, these are not their Broforce official names.
Let's go.
Nah, I'm Judge Dredd, Bro Dredd, whatever you want to call it.
You know what might have been the problem? I think that it was logging me in just as Cat rather than as my Steam name. But I'm not entirely certain how to change it. Unfortunately.
I am Command Bro.
Who's Command Bro supposed to be representing?
Arnold Schwarzenegger from Commando. One of the greats. Alyssa Milano.
That movie was the kind of the epitome of all action movies of the 80s. It was pretty amazing, actually. If you haven't seen it, and if you haven't, then I don't know what your problem is. Because you really do. Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter is kidnapped and taken away by terrorists, basically. And he goes on a roaring rampage of revenge to try and find her. And that involves fighting through various terrorists. And along the way, he makes various quips, like he is with one of the terrorists on an airplane, but breaks the terrorist's neck, and he's sitting there dead, and Arnold Schwarzenegger says to the flight attendant, "Don't talk to him, he's dead tired."
That movie was so very bad.
It was amazing. I loved it. And I think when he kills one of the villains by tossing him into a nitrogen. Yeah, you know, liquid nitrogen, the one that freezes you. And I'm pretty sure he says, "Cool off."
I'm doing pretty good today, Chase.
But
feel your tears for America.
Yeah.
I I get. Oh, Brohard.
For whatever reason, I'm having a hard time seeing the cats. But and he manages to kill all of them. That was an amazing scene, I gotta say.
Commando was written by Jeff Loeb, who actually went on to write a lot of stuff for Marvel Comics, and currently runs the entire TV division. So if you wonder why Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the way it is, it's Jeff Loeb's fault or success. One of the two.
Commando like introduced so many of those classic action tropes, like the scene where he's putting on all of the the gun belts and all of the weapons and everything, and it's almost pornographic in the way that they're setting it up. And you see that so many times later in this movie. Like even the Scott Pilgrim, where he's putting on the shoes and the hat and the gloves and everything, and he just runs out the door. It's such a classic action trope. So, how are we doing here? What level are we on now? You're still Blade. I feel like the katana, honestly. Oh, but you just transformed into Rambo, I guess.
Chuck, no. Oh, why?
Rambo has always been the funniest action movie series to me. I've only seen First Blood. And First Blood was supposed to be this movie about a Vietnam veteran who has been lost and forsaken and is going through PTSD and everything. And by, what, the third movie, he's just a dude with a giant machine gun fighting terrorists for America.
Hey, the last one was really good.
Rambo 4, was it?
Mission failed.
Yes. Oh, fail.
I didn't see Rambo 4, actually. That was the one where he was like 60 though, right?
Yeah, I mean, he is Sylvester Stallone, so.
Keeper 13's asking, I wonder why it never got a sequel. Was Arnold in such high demand back then? Well, let's see. Commando came out in what, 1985? And that was maybe... So that was around the time of The Running Man and The Terminator and movies like that. So he was in reasonably high demand, I feel like. So he probably was busy. But this was when... I think Commando was one of the earlier instances of him being a hero rather than being a villain. Like a true hero, which I found interesting. And then a few years later, he was in Predator, and then he did Terminator 2, and obviously that was pretty much the apex of his stardom. So it means, what you call hell, he calls home. Yes, exactly. But I think the greatest Arnold action movie is probably Hercules in New York. If you ever find the scene where RoboCop. He's not in RoboCop. Oh no, you are RoboCop. Arnold as RoboCop would be kind of amazing though, I think. It'd be good stuff.
Oh god.
Unknown Drones, Rambo 4 aka Rambo, is the one where he rescues a bunch of American missionaries from Burmese soldiers. Definitely the most splattery of all Rambo films.
It is.
So, he goes into Burma and just kills all of the things when he's 60?
I mean, he's ripped. He's like expendable Sylvester Stallone, like ripped. And they play it just so crazy, like he hits a dude and the dude just explodes, and I mean, it's crazy talk.
I think the most absurd Stallone remake was easily Rocky, where he's like this 60-year-old boxer taking on this buff champ. I think he's supposed to be a stand-in for Floyd Mayweather. And just the idea that the various boxing commissions would even allow that to happen. Like, I haven't seen Rocky Balboa. I do speak as a fan of the first 4 Rocky movies. Obviously, Rocky 5 never happened. I don't know, Rocky 5 did not happen. It's scientifically the truth.
Do you also feel that the Karate Kid remake never
Which
happened?
one? The one with
Which was actually a good movie. Yeah.
Socrates says Arnold's accent was on another level in Hercules in New York. Yeah, that was when he was still learning English, I think. And
Oops. Totally forgot about that.
and I don't think they even named him Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie. They changed his name for the credits because they were afraid that American audiences would never accept a foreigner as a star. It's too foreign with his crazy accent.
Goodbye, dogs. For America.
But Arnold has a Christmas special released straight to VHS. Interesting. I've not seen it. But referring to Karate Kid, I didn't think it was actually a terrible idea to have Jaden Smith training with Jackie Chan. Jaden Smith is a capable enough actor, even if he wasn't exactly showcased in After Earth. You're having a good time just blowing the crap out of those guys, aren't you? You got the rocket launcher going.
I am.
What's the best weapon that you've been using so far?
Probably Bromando's rocket launcher. Although it's not very, how should you say, precise.
This is an interesting game because it clearly takes some elements from Metal Slug. The sense that you're rescuing hostages and you can use a knife to stab a guy, and things like that. But the sprites are obviously completely different. It doesn't rely as heavily on animation. It has the destructible environments, and in a way, it's like a puzzle platformer. You know what I'm saying? You're in this big self-contained world, trying essentially one gigantic traversal puzzle. Though in this instance, you can just bomb the hell out of everything and have relative success, which is actually my solution to everything when I'm playing Ocarina of Time, is to just bomb the hell out of it. It's a good solution.
Damn.
Mike.
Lost my first
damn.
life. It's alright, I got this this time.
I'm watching the stream right now, so right now I see that you just liberated an area, so
Okay.
Keeper 13, are you referring to the henchman in Metal Slug or the henchman in the henchman in Broforce? Rest in peace, bro. Yeah. Mike, have you played Metal Slug? What was your favorite Metal Slug? And I'll throw this to the chat as well.
I only played up to
Maybe 3?
Yeah.
Which one was your favorite?
Yeah. Probably 2.
Metal Slug 2 was pretty good. I think, if I recall correctly, Slug 3 went a little overboard with the alternate forms, where you could be a zombie and everything. And you were vomiting on all of the things. Do you have a laser now?
the eye of the tiger. Oh, RoboCop. Right now, you guys probably don't know yet. Okay, you're watching the guy. I'm actually farther than that now.
It's almost as if there's a delay between the stream and and what's going on. No, I agree. There is a lot of personality in this game. It's pretty enjoyable to sit here and watch all of the things going on. Yeah, Socrates, I agree. Metal Slug 2 was probably the best balanced out of all of them. I think what I enjoyed most about I really enjoyed Metal Slug 1. In the sense that it had fewer aliens and everything. It just focused on the people, the evil general and all that. And it actually had the tank on quite a few instances, which the tank seemed to kind of get lost in later games, which was disappointing. The tank was obviously the best part.
Wait, can that actually work? Because Blade isn't actually American. It's
What?
English.
Well, he was an American vampire, right?
Well, in the movies, American. In the comics, he's actually.
Well, everybody knows that comics, like movies, supersede comics. Haven't you seen the Marvel Universe? That's canon now. Tony Stark is actually Robert Downey Jr. Tinny says, is online disabled? You know, we were trying to play a game too, and unfortunately we weren't able to join in and like actually play together, which was legitimately disappointing. But it means that I can hang out here with you guys and go into the chat.
Rest in peace, bro. 3, 2, 1.
As for Metal Slug 3 being actually beatable in single player, I seem to recall getting pretty far. Because I owned the Metal Slug Anthology for the PlayStation Portable, which I ended up getting onto my Vita. And it gives you a lot of lives. Like tons of lives. I think you would have to plug in a lot of quarters to beat that game. The thing is that it gets really hard at the end. Like, it has a ridiculously hard boss, if I recall correctly. Metal Slug 4 was, like, legitimately disappointing. It just wasn't as good. Like, I don't know what the heck was going on, but it had, like, vehicle stages and stuff. I didn't enjoy it as much.
So that time I just ran in and died. You'll see it soon.
As for Metal Slug, I think that an actually secretly underrated Metal Slug was Metal Slug 7, where, if I recall correctly, you had more options for aiming and you had more grenades. And Metal Slug 7 was for the Nintendo DS, and it eventually got a port to the PlayStation Portable. Yeah, you're right, Keeper 13. We weren't able to connect and play multiplayer. Our grand plan was to blow things up for freedom in an online multiplayer game while streaming. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, the online play is disabled, which I guess is one of the dangers of playing early access.
Speaking of, Broforce is in fact on sale right now, 33% off. I didn't realize that until I looked on Steam to see it.
What do you think? Do you think it would be worth picking up? I mean, it's pretty enjoyable.
For that price?
I had a chance to play a bit of it earlier today because I was like practicing up my broiness, my brotastic abilities, and I found that it was a lot different than I was expecting. I was expecting something more along the lines of Contra or Metal Slug, and it, as I said, it was kind of Metal Sluggy, but it's definitely its own thing, and you have to love the amount of destruction. in it. What's funny is, you know what it kind of reminds me of?
Yeah.
It's kind of unexpected, I think. Worms.
What?
In that I mean, Worms always made its bones on like destructible environments and like physics-based attacks and everything. And I feel like I see that a lot watching Broforce. There's so much. So much of the appeal is definitely the destructible environments.
Ooh.
Yeah, Socrates. John McClane is John McClane's in here. Arnold from Commando is here. Commando version Arnold is here. Rambo Stallone is here. Blade is here apparently. This is the guy with the
Ripley.
the person with the laser. Is that Ripley?
No. The person with the laser is Will Smith's character.
Oh, he's in here?
Yes.
That's not an action movie. It's a comedy.
Isn't it? With action.
There's some action. True. But by and large, it's all dialogue. The appeal of Men in Black is the sight gags of the comedy. The appeal is not the action. I mean, hell, at the end,
And now I have a new character you'll see soon.
I mean, at the end of Men in Black, there's not even really an action sequence. Will Smith lures the bug alien down by yelling at it a lot. And then Tommy Lee Jones shoots it from inside and it dies. There's like not even an action set. The designers of Call of Duty were very disappointed in that movie. Ripley's a bro too. Bropley.
Yes.
Keeper 13 saying that Bropley is. If you're just joining us, Mike Williams and I are hanging out here playing some Broforce, and he's right now on the stream. He's got like a giant whip or something. An electro
Oh, yeah,
whip. Who's that supposed to be? Is that Indiana Jones?
Yes, that's Indiana Jones. And why isn't there an Axel Foley?
An Axel Foley. Who is Axel from?
Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, that's getting a little obscure here. I mean,
Beverly Hills Cop. They're making a new one.
They're making a new Beverly Hills Cop. What is this? 1985?
Yes. Everything old is new again.
Socrates says, Axel Broly. That's pretty good. I think that should be the DLC. Lethal Migraine. Hi, Lethal Migraine. Welcome to the stream. Says, this game needs Casey Jones. Hockey needs to be represented. I agree. Casey Jones is a man. Secretly a great character from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. Became the comedic backbone to the movies. Kept popping up for some reason. I think it was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 because whoever played the actor wasn't able to find work after the first movie, because I don't think we've seen him again. I don't even know who played him, but...
Elias Koteas.
Oh my god, do you actually know that name, like, off the top of your head? Please tell me that you know that name off the top of your head.
Oh, great. We're going to take a tiny break so I can show you. See? You'll see it soon. But this that I'm showing that you won't see for a little bit is the Ninja Turtles Ultimate Visual History. Everything about Ninja Turtles. Everything.
We're detouring into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know what's really funny? I was sitting and reading the wiki for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles earlier today for some reason. I don't even know why. Oh! It's because it's the 30th anniversary of the original comic, which came out in 1984. Oh, yep, here we go.
It's a good book, worth every penny.
Oh. Socrates informs me that his name is pronounced Socrates. Because Bill and Ted style. Good to know. Excellent. Whoa. Wild stallions.
No. Wait.
Unknown Jones is giving us some names for the turtles to be in Broforce. Are you ready for them, Mike?
I am.
Donatelbro. Leonardo. And Michelangelo Bro.
Bees.
Alright, I feel like this has to happen now. With the Michael Bay movie coming out, which, I mean, obviously it's bizarre that they're giving the turtles noses, but I feel like this has to happen now. I feel like the turtles need to be DLC in this game. Are there any action characters that we are missing? I feel like they're pretty comprehensive for the most part. I mean, hell, they even put Will Smith in here.
I think they have Zorro in here, maybe.
We need Dolph Lundgren, but as Drago from Rocky 4. Getting back to Rocky. And so he would clearly be named Ivan Drago. Oh! Keeper's asking, has anyone seen the Japanese Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles anime? It's almost a caricature of anime adaptations. I've seen I've seen the trailer, or I've seen a scene from it. Like Bebop and Rocksteady transform into these like super mutants, I think, and then they all have alternate forms that are all hideous. Or what are they called? Super Turtles or something like that.
Yep. They have stones that turn into Super Turtles.
Oh, we've got the last turtle name, courtesy of Unknown Jones. Are you ready for it? Raphael, obviously.
America.
Socrates is suggesting that there should be some Hong Kong action heroes in here, such as Bro Yun Fat.
Oh, wow. Where is Chow Yun Fat? Nah, now you angered me.
Man, are you a big Hong Kong action fan, Mike?
I am. Donnie Yen and Chow Yun Fat.
What's the best one?
I mean, best. It's such a wide range.
I think you need to make a proclamation right now as to what is the best. The best of them. Pick. Choose.
I mean, if Iron Monkey.
Yeah. Iron Monkey.
How do I?
Classic. What about Drunken Master?
It is a classic. Good, but I enjoy Iron Monkey more.
Did you like Heroes?
Pretty good. But I think there are better versions of that story.
So there's a movie. I remember watching a Hong Kong film with Jet Li starring in it, and he is fighting crime in the streets, I think.
It's the one with the mask. I'm trying to think of the name of it.
And in the end, he has the guy who's tied up, and he does the three-point star attack that like disrupts the guy's chi and like paralyzes him or kills him or something like that. Maybe gives him a heart attack. The three-point exploding star technique.
Like we're going back to Fist of the North Star? Oh,
No,
Fist of the
we're
North
going
Star.
to Kill Bill.
That's such a bad... already dead.
Which reminds me, is the bride in this movie, in this game?
Ah, Bruce Lee. Black Mass. Thank you, Socrates.
Socrates. It's Socrates.
Socrates.
Get it right. One action series, I don't think they intentionally mean it to invoke the Expendables, but if there's one action movie series that I think kind of needs to stop at this point, it's the Expendables.
I mean, they pretty much have everyone at this point.
I feel like it was a cute concept in the beginning, and they had some good action sequences, and it was fun to see Jason Statham flying the plane with machine guns and everything. But the second one was so self-referential in a dumb way, and it was actually pretty boring, you know? I mean, for God's sake, they told Chuck Norris jokes. Like, they actually told Chuck Norris jokes in that movie.
And I just unlocked a new character you guys will see soon.
Unknown Jones suggests Adrian Brody from Predator, or is that too easy? Might be a little too easy.
Fast.
But at the same time, yeah, you should be in there. I think my favorite thing about Predator is that two of the actors actually became governors of respective states, including my home state of Minnesota.
Alright,
And
Ventura.
I always wondered why Carl Weathers didn't become governor of something, because he would have been, I think he would have been the best governor of them all.
I mean, he was in Arrested Development.
Put Carl Weathers in there, like Apollo Creed for governor. Who wouldn't vote for that? Lethal Migraine. I can't wait until next year, past 7. Statham as a bad guy should be fun.
I'm so in love with those movies, but they only became good in like Fast 5.
Yeah. When I was living in Japan, I remember I worked with a girl who had just moved there, and we asked, so why'd you move to Japan? Because that's the question that we ask all expats. And she said, Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift. Best movie ever. Should have gotten the Academy Award. And we couldn't tell if she was being ironic, but we later learned that she was kind of an idiot. And the last we saw of her was, she didn't come into work, she called in sick, and then she flew back to Canada, and then discovered that you can't come back into the country if you leave it. But
I would hope to just go to Japan and then leave on a whim.
it's probably a bad idea, because it means that you squandered a working visa, and you can't work there anymore. But the sad thing about the upcoming Fast movie... So, wait, is there no Fast and the Furious movie this year?
No, because Walker died, so they had to delay it.
Oh, but that movie was in the can, right?
6? No.
Oh, they weren't done filming it.
I mean, yeah, they weren't done filming it yet, so apparently they're going to have to do some shenanigans to finish off his scene, and then apparently his brother is going to be joining the franchise.
I find it so sadly ironic and appropriate that he should die in a car accident. Rest in peace, Paul Walker. Rest in peace. Lethal Migraine notes that it was supposed to be released next Friday. Can I just note that it's actually been a pretty mediocre summer for movies?
There was a thing in the Dissolve about the fact that the summer movie thing is kind of over now. 'Cause there's no reason to put all of your movies in one.
The best summer movie so far has been Winter Soldier, and that came out in April, I think. It was April. Well, a month ago.
Well, I mean, you're gonna get Guardians of the Galaxy.
Don't get me started on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
You mean how awesome
I'm
it
sure it'll
is?
be awesome, and I'm going to go see it. But I don't think it makes any damn sense to make it. I can't believe it's actually a thing that's getting released. I think it's gonna flop. I'm putting it all on the line right now. I think that Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna be a flop because nobody knows who the heck these characters are, except for hardcore Marvel nuts. Even hardcore Marvel nuts don't even know what Guardians of the Galaxy are necessarily. It's pretty obscure. It's a pretty obscure thing. I had never heard of it until it started getting hyped. Literally never heard of it. And I'm not that comic illiterate, right? So crazy.
And I mean, this version of the team that they're going with in the movie isn't actually all that old either. It's only like maybe under a decade old, maybe less.
I mean, I like the raccoon.
So everyone likes the
Raccoon's
raccoon.
cute. Good CG. Oh, so crazy, Chris. That blonde guy. Who's the blonde guy?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the guy from Road Tour.
What?
What is Road Tour?
Murder. Murder.
So crazy. I'm gonna go see Edge of Tomorrow over the weekend. I was originally planning on skipping it because it looked like they had turned Gears of War into a summer movie. But then I found out, courtesy of my excellent article on US Gamer, that it was actually a manga. And that it's kind of Groundhog Day in space. And is considerably more amusing than the
As you should.
Hockey talk. Lethal Migraine is asking if I'm happy that Thomas Vanek came home. Yes, I'm happy he's coming home because he got signed on a 3-year deal. That's relatively affordable and has essentially been given Danny Heatley's contract, which means that he's essentially Danny Heatley 2.0 in that he's actually going to contribute and score goals. So that's exciting. I think that the Wild have an outside chance of competing next year. I don't think it's impossible that they're going to win the Stanley Cup. And with that, we are rapidly losing viewers.
I was wondering what you were
Talk
talking
about hockey, Mike. The best sport. It's the fastest sport on ice.
That's because it's the only sport on ice.
Factually incorrect. Have you ever heard of curling?
I have indeed heard of curling.
I have friends who live in Washington, D.C., and we're gonna go curling.
That's very sad.
We're gonna go another 15 minutes, then we're gonna wrap up. But continuing to play through Broforce, we've had a lot of conversations about Jesse Ventura and hockey, apparently, and various action movies. And also Edge of Tomorrow. Lethal Migraine notes that the contract is perfect and makes the contract for Molson and Stastny look horrendous. I'm glad to hear that the Stastny contract is horrible for St. Louis Blues because those guys are really way too good. And Matt Molson was on the Wild during their playoff run last year, and I have to say, like, I was pretty disappointed. I was expecting a good power play guy, and he was virtually invisible.
This is happening. You're talking about.
I sure am. Thank you,
my
Lethal
God.
Migraine.
Is
You
someone
made my
talking
day.
about curling?
Yeah,
too?
Lethal Migraine is talking about, is begging me to come home. He's trying to get me to come back to Minnesota. I tell ya. But Socrates notes, I didn't know anything about it tomorrow before I saw it, which threw me for a loop. I feel like that's the best way to see an action movie. Would you agree? To not know anything about it going in?
Yeah.
Murder, murder, murder.
Like singing the murder song again. In 2003, I went to saw Kill Bill. And I knew literally nothing about it. I only knew that it was a movie that it existed, and it was by Quentin Tarantino, and at that point I had not seen any Quentin Tarantino films. And literally the first scene of Kill Bill is a woman getting shot in the head. Which made me go, what the hell am I watching? Because like I said, I had literally no idea what I was going in to watch. And by the end of the film, I was just beside myself with glee because that movie was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh wow, just unlocked another.
What did you unlock?
You'll see soon. We will all see soon.
I think the audio is delayed too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be migraine. Atletico Madrid is coming here to California, and to play the San Jose Earthquakes, and I've got tickets, so I'm gonna go totally watch it. It'll be exciting.
San Jose Earth.
They're our local MLS team,
That
Mike. Like DC United in Washington DC.
DC United is legit.
Hey, I'll have you know that San Jose Earthquakes have won 2 championships. Thank you very much. And Landon Donovan was originally on the San Jose Earthquakes. So don't you be talking any smack, my friend.
Mission failed.
So we're getting into the last 10 minutes or so of this chat. We've had a lot of fun. It's been good times. But Mike, what are your thoughts on Broforce?
Currently, murder, more murder. It's a lot of fun. It moves quick. I'm sure there's probably some way, or maybe that's just the challenge of the game, is sort of that push and pull between having enough lives and using a character that you actually enjoy and understand. Like right now, I'm using MacGyver, I guess, who throws dynamite and stuff. And to get him, I had to lose Blade, who's much better. Ah, good, Die Hard. So, but each of them counts as alive, so you can't forego them. I guess it would make it more challenging. That's a lot of fun.
So Socrates, I'm in your neck of the woods quite a bit because I have season tickets to go see the Earthquakes, so
Yeah.
I'm in the Santa Clara area quite often, and lethal migraine. I think there's a decent chance that Minnesota gets an MLS team, in part because they want one in that new stadium, and in part because it's in a large urban center, which that is easy to reach, which is what the MLS definitely wants. And they're not afraid of overexpansion. I encourage it. I don't know if I would buy Broforce, Mike, but well, actually, I already have. Hilariously.
Oh! I'd buy Broforce because I did.
But it's been fun to watch so far. I've been having a good time. I like all the action references. I like that it's basically a video game of the Expendables. I especially like the destructible environments. I think that those are pretty great. And it's a fun action platformer. It's definitely my initial thought going in was that it was going to be a retro game, but that was just going to be a straight homage to Contra and all that. But it obviously isn't. It's completely different in most ways.
No, it's a very different game. No.
Lethal migraine. It's been my
almost died.
experience that Hispanic populations and the like don't have a ton to do with the success of MLS because they have their own teams and their home leagues. It's the young urban professionals who end up going to those games, like me.
Go, go! Yeah.
Do we have a release date for Broforce? Like an official, like true release date on console and the like?
No, I don't think so.
It's funny, like, sitting here playing it, because at this point, release dates are almost a thing that don't exist anymore just because of the concept of early access.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I am. I mean, do you really need a release date? It's playable.
It is
right
playable,
now.
and I mean, aside from the fact that we couldn't get on and play online with each other for some reason, it's been perfectly fine. Welcome to the two people who just came back into the chat. We're just wrapping up. Broforce will be wrapping up in the next 8 minutes or so. If you enjoyed today's stream, which hopefully you have, feel free to subscribe to USstreamer. We stream games every week on Thursday at 2 p.m. PST, 5 p.m. EST. Mike and I have been hanging out today, playing Broforce. It's been a good time. Next week, I'm thinking I'm going to play some Dynasty Warriors Gundam. And Mike, who is my partner in Gundam Crime, is joining me. And I may play a little Gundam Extreme Versus as well. I'm not entirely sure if Dynasty Warriors Gundam has online co-op, but if it does, I'm totally going to con Mike into buying it, and we're going to play together. That's going to be pretty great. Lethal Migraines noting that Broforce is only $10 right now on Steam, which is actually quite affordable. But I've become accustomed to paying virtually nothing for Steam, as the Steam Summer Sale just happened. And what, I bought Witcher 2, which is a massive, highly regarded RPG for $5.
I still have to actually finish any of the Witcher games, because when I got to see The Witcher 3, it looked really good, but I haven't played any of the other games.
Yeah, it looks pretty great.
The Devil's Dead!
Witcher 3 was, I think, the best RPG of the show. Probably, it feels like The Witcher 3 is what Dragon Age wanted to be. Maybe with this kind of dark fantasy trappings and things like that. I plan on building a full-on PC so that I can enjoy The Witcher 3 in all of its glory. And also finally beat Skyrim.
Yeah.
I mean, did you get to see Inquisition?
No, I did not get to see... I got to see Dragon Age Inquisition, but secondhand. I didn't actually get to play it. I think when I refer to The Witcher being what Dragon Age wanted to be, I'm referring to the fact that Dragon Age 2 was very good. And Dragon Age Origins was pretty good. I enjoyed Dragon Age Origins, but Dragon Age 2 had a lot of issues, and it really didn't even come close to reaching its potential, unfortunately.
Yeah, so great. FF14 would have its hooks in me, but I'm in the middle of WildStar and Warlords and Draenor beta.
Oh, you're playing in the Warlords and Draenor beta? Are you playing with Jazz?
I don't actually know if Jazz has gotten in yet. I got in because packs. They were giving away beta keys.
Okay. You know, I'm thinking about playing the Orcs Must Die Unchained beta. I really enjoyed it. Or I really enjoyed what I did. Check out my article on US Gamer.
I played 1 and 2, but I have not tried
Unchained is completely different from 1 and 2. Because 1 and 2 are like tower defense games, right? But Unchained is basically a MOBA. So you have two sides fighting against each other and helping their minions. The goal is to get your minions all the way into the enemy's portal, and whoever gets the most minions through each other's portal first wins. And it's every bit as deep, but now there's like competitive multiplayer. It streams extremely well. It looks great on Twitch. Really enjoyed it. Unknown Jones is asking, this sounds like Role Players Realm Active Time Babble. When are we getting a readout to that? Really soon, actually. So, Jeremy recently greenlit some podcasts, and I think you're going to be really happy with the lineup that we've got. Tomorrow, or today or tomorrow, our podcast from our US Gamer Club, Final Fantasy Tactics, is going up. And people are pretty... sorry. I'm pretty excited about that. That was a good podcast, wasn't it, Mike?
Yeah, no, it was a pretty good podcast, and I'm, unlike the rest of them, am not podcast savvy,
But
so...
podcasts are great. They're the best medium.
I've never been a part of a site that had podcasts, so...
Well, welcome. But, as for your question, Unknown Jones, I'm planning on hosting a show. It probably won't be RPG specific. In fact, I will say that it's almost certainly not going to be RPG specific because I like RPGs very much, but I like a lot of different kinds of games, and I'm inclined to talk about them. So, but I do promise that when a good RPG comes along, I will talk about it ad nauseum.
Murder suit, murder suit. Does ever a murder suit?
Are you singing the Murder Suit song now? Awesome.
Yes.
I also love that Lethal Migraine is dropping like NFL news into our chat now. This is great. Lethal Migraine, Minnesota Vikings making the playoffs this year. Book it. Alright, Mike, shall we wrap up?
Yes, we
Let us
shall. Because for me, it is 6 p.m. Because I'm on the East Coast, which as we looked
If you're looking for a good sports gamer podcast, you can find me on the Press Row podcast from Operation Sports, where I hang out with other people and we talk about sports. Sports! Oh, sports. Oh, thank you, Socrates. I really appreciate it. In any case, we're wrapping up now. This is the end of us and Broforce. Sadly, we couldn't get together and play some co-op, but yeah, I think we had a good time anyway, talking about action games and hockey for some reason, and getting updates from Lethal Migraine about Indianapolis Colts wide receivers getting suspended. So we're going to wrap up here. So here's the deal. We're going to save the stream, upload that stream to our official YouTube channel, which is US Gamer Net, and cut out a highlight. Check that out on the main site. And if you like what we're doing, please subscribe to the site or to the stream. Keep telling your friends. This is obviously a work in progress, but I feel like this has been our best stream yet. I hope you really enjoyed it. So, thanks for joining us on this beautiful, beautiful day. Go enjoy July 4th. Go have a hot dog. I'm going to go have a veggie dog. And go for freedom. Freedom!
America. Goodbye, my peoples.
Goodbye.